I tell you what's powerful about that. You mentioned the concept of being fruitful,
Mm-hmm.
educating yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
over time. And
Mm-hmm.
speaking of that, I think that's a really cool transition into your professional journey. Again, 20 years in the Air Force, you
Mm-hmm.
played basketball overseas. You did your thing, and you came back and you got into marketing. And you mentioned earlier about going from print to internet to digital, mobile, and then like doing this positional marketing thing with geofencing.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us. And this also leads to it goes back to the notion of you continuously educated yourself on what's going on now and staying abreast of how things are changing and being
Right.
nimble enough to change with it. You're currently into geofencing, right?
Right. Right.
Talk to the brothers a little bit about what geofencing is, what it is you do, how it
Mm-hmm.
works. And I see, if you're watching the video of this and not just the audio, you see like Ribbon Consulting. That's like your consulting company or whatnot, in which
Sure.
you do that. But talk
Mm-hmm.
to us a little bit about geofencing, how you came into that, but
Mm-hmm.
and then how the brothers can learn more about geofencing and Ribbon and yourself and all of that good stuff,
Absolutely. So the name of the company is Ribbon because Ribbon is we tie the loop between location-based services.
man.
And location-based services is basically trying to find whoever your perfect customer is when they're located near your location or specific location. Is not your storefront or your website, or if they're online shopping is something where you need them to be, or wherever they are. So that's location-based marketing is what we actually do. And it's comprised of geofencing, which is, to put it simplistic, hey, I want to grab every mobile phone that walks into the French Quarter, right?
Hmm.
And then you have geo audience. I want to grab the mobile phone of everyone that went to the French Quarter, but they also travel a lot and they like Cajun food.
Mm.
And I want to go to geo conquesting. In the other part, it's called geo conquesting. Geo conquesting is if I'm in the San Antonio Riverwalk, and I want to grab those people that went to the French Quarter and have them come to the San Antonio Riverwalk.
Mm.
And then the other is location-based services, like if someone comes near the French Quarter, I don't care who they are, I just want to send them an advertisement, that
Mm.
type thing. So that's what you actually, those are the four components of audience technology. So what we do is we know people that spend $50,000 a month on gambling, people that go to the doctor 4 times a week or go to the gym 12 times a month. So we have all this data by following mobile devices every place they go.
Hmm.
So if you're a business, online or offline, in other words, you have a brick and mortar store, or if you're just e-commerce, we have the technology to send your perfect customer to you because we're reaching them on their mobile device, and we're making your advertisement to them something that they will resonate with because it's your customer. I'm a basketball player. I want to receive an ad from Nike. I
Mm.
don't want to receive an ad from Singer sewing machines. In other
Mm.
words, don't waste your ad spend, period. You want to have that ad spend make sense and be the most profitable. You need to hit your custom audience, what we do. And that's what we do. Go ahead.
So basically what you're saying is, so like if you're a business, so the brothers that are entrepreneurs that are selling products and or services, whether you have a physical location or you're doing something completely digital, with this geofencing or the location-based services or the what do you call it, audience management? What did you call the term of it again?
It's geo audience, it's audience technology.
Oh yeah, geo audience or audience technology. You basically, your company gives individuals in business the ability to directly pinpoint that customer through their
Correct.
mobile device based off of location-based services. That
Correct.
is that's fascinating. So, like for instance, if I'm selling a product, or let's just say, I mean, again, we're not having concerts and stuff going on, but let's just say there's a concert going on at the, in New Orleans in like you mentioned, the French Quarter. There's a concert going on in the French Quarter, and I have a product or service that would directly correlate with the typical concert goer this in the French Quarter right now. I can have a targeted message sent to the mobile devices of those specific concert goers in the French Quarter that are coming out of this concert, and it could potentially lead to the product or service that I am providing that would be completely interested, directly of interest to them, correct?
Exactly. The Convention and Business Bureau will want those people, a certain alcohol beverage, travel companies. If you have a business that's in the French Quarter,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're at a company, if you're a brand or whatever that says, okay, this concert's for 25 to 35-year-old Black men, right? That's my audience. My T-shirts resonate with those people. I'm going to send those people advertisements about my T-shirt and drive them when they open the ad to my website. But not only are they seeing your ad, once they touch it, the second phase comes up. Where do you want them to go? So you can send them, have them call you, go to your website, tell them that you're 2 miles away from your store. Here's a map to get to our store, anything you want to do. So that's the beauty of that. There's so many different people that want that.
And I want to throw something because, you know, somebody who's not in business hears this. And the first thing that they're going to say is like, see, there y'all go. Y'all are disrupting me and you're doing this and you're doing that. How do you like, and I can see their point. Like if you're not in business and you're not selling stuff and you don't, nobody wants to feel like they're being sold. Nobody wants to feel like they're being quote unquote manipulated or whatever. But the reality is everything that you see, everything that you touch, everything that's around you, there's a method to the madness, right? And I would venture to say that I would much rather have things that are directly correlated with my interest in front of me versus, like you mentioned, if I'm a basketball player, I don't want to have like sewing machine advertisements, you know, in my face. So if it's something that I directly correlate with, that I have direct interest in, I can see the value of having that as a consumer. I mean, as a business person, I'm 100% like, yo, this makes sense. But as a consumer, how do you address the potential consumer understanding that some of these tactics are currently in play, you know, right now in marketing?
Well, it's two things. The consumers need to read. I say, if you're going to download an app on your phone for free, and that app says this app comes with advertising, you're saying, I don't care. I want that app. You need to understand that you already said, I don't care. And you put your location-based services on, number one. Number two is, you have the app MyFitnessPal. Guess what? You're going to receive ads about sports drinks, tennis shoes, sports getaways, sports watches, all those type of things. You're going to see those ads because they correlate to you. So that's what's going to happen. In any mobile ad environment, the user, the consumer, can all they have to do is just turn off the location-based service. Simply turn it off.
So if you don't want that type, if you're a consumer and you don't want to get ads or you don't want things, all you gotta do is turn off your location-based services.